Hey everybody, it's Casual Boobs coming at you with another video, and today we're going to do Advent Calendar Day 16, and it is the Tier 7 French light tank, the 1357 for 4,800 gold. Do I think this tank is good? Yeah, I think so. Do I think this is something you should buy? Unquestionably yes. That's a yes for everybody. If you don't have this tank, you probably should have it. Yeah, and I'll go into further detail right now. First of all, you might be wondering why there are two of these tanks in the garage or in the tanks comparison. There's a Grand Finals version, a GF. It's exactly the same, except it has these little stickers. Let me see if I can get not live, sorry, visual. Here we go. You can't put camo in it, and it's got these little stickers or whatever it used to say, wargaming. Whatever, it doesn't matter. The tanks are exactly the same. That's why there's two of these. That was before they could do the whole skin, that you could take off kind of concept with the tanks. Anyways, what is this tank? It's tier 7. It is the king of the pew pew. It has a clip, and it has a little 57mm gun, which is why the 1357, and so it does 90 damage per shot, which is admittedly very low, but it has an 8-round clip. So your total clip potential is 720, and this is the kicker here. The interclip is 1 second, so it's pew, 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 pew. It's crazy, right? So you just mow things down. In general, the good things about this tank, obviously the clipping is hilarious, especially if you have a platoon of 2 or 3 of these things. This is the most fun I think I've ever had in this game, is running around and just being the problem. The accuracy is pretty okay. The overall dispersion stats and stuff, like now that for the longest time you weren't able to put a vertical stabilizer on this thing, and now that you can, it actually hits what you aim at, and so I really like it. And so yes, yeah, there's just a lot to like about this thing, really. Top speed is fine. It's nice and zippy. The camo's good. Gun depression of 6, is kind of blah, but you're not supposed to be working ridges in this. You're a light tank. The view range is good. I mean, it's a French light, so generally speaking, your 3-man crew is going to be kind of stressed, just like every other French light tank. There's just a lot of skills to have, and especially because light tanks really, like, you need your PIA and you need your camo and all that stuff and your view range skills. And so the view range base is good. It starts on fire kind of a lot. Other, I guess, downsides, the penetration's not that awesome. That's a big one. If you're willing to tap 2, then your penetration becomes, good, better. But again, you will see, like, this is a tier 7 without pref matchmaking, so you will see tier 8s, that's defenders. You will see tier 9s, that's like VKBs, Yag Tigers, right? So you kind of, like, this is adequate, but not awesome, right? And then this is like, if you're like up in somebody's behind, then this works okay. But like, yeah. The other downside here is that, gosh, where is it here in this? Weaponry. Potential damage. Here it is. Ammo capacity 56. So because this has an 8-round clip, and you only get to carry 56 rounds of ammo, your total potential damage, the maximum damage that one of these things can possibly do in a game is 5,000. And so what that means is, I think on Blitz, this tank exists, and they buffed the ammo capacity to give it a few more clips, because it really needs it. So really what this means is, you are incentivized. What I'd like to do is, either, depending on my mood, either load it entirely with AP rounds, and make some money and so on, and accept the fact that I won't maybe be as competitive, or load it entirely with premium rounds, in which case it becomes substantially much more effective, but also very expensive to play. The reason you don't necessarily, like, some people will mix and match, you maybe carry 1 clip of premium or whatever. The trouble with that is, because the ammo capacity is so low, what you sometimes end up having the situation that happens is, at the end of a game, you'll have like 4 rounds of one type of ammo and like 4 rounds of another, and you can't put them both in the same clip, and to pick one or the other still takes the same total drum reload of whatever that is, 15-16 seconds, which is not an eternity, but it is very annoying when you're trying to carry a game and someone's just out of clip potential and so on. So I like to avoid that problem by either having all of one ammo or all of the other. So if you're willing to try hard, it's kind of expensive to play, but even if you're not, this thing is just a hoot. It's just hilarious. The camo's good. Like, this is a tank that if you are like, even if you hate light tanks, I guess you're probably not going to like this, right? It's still a light tank, but this is just the stupidest tank in the most fun way. in the game, in my opinion. And so if you and a bunch of friends have one of these things, you already them up, everybody just has a smile on their face when they even just start the game, because you know what's about to happen. So if you don't have this tank and you're in any way interested in light tanks, or think you might be, or you just want to try it out, honestly, this is like, this is the one I would recommend. So yes, absolutely buy if you have the gold. If you don't, get it, get some gold and then buy this or whatever. Like, this tank is fantastic. It's hilarious. You should buy it. Yeah, that's the video, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks, guys. Bye.